Good afternoon, guys. This is Kathy McClendon, Queen of Bass here. I'm getting ready to show you guys how I fillet my fish. I went out today after work and I caught one bass. I caught a couple of them, but I kept this one, a little smaller size one, And I'm going to just show you guys how I fillet this bass. And I'll do how I cook it on another time. But, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you have anything that you would like for me to do, I'm open to any other ideas or videos that you would like for me to do with bass fishing or whatever. But today's video is going to be how I fillet my bass personally. Some people say get an electric fillet knife. Many people use what I have here is from the Bass Pro Shop. These are the fillet knives, a fillet knife kit from Bass Pro Shop. You have the scaler in there, knife sharpener, you got the stone, the smoothing stone, and you have two nice blades here. But I particularly don't use this one because I have a chef knife set that has really, really sharp knives. So I'm not going to use this today. I'm just going to use my regular kitchen knife. I'm going to use my regular kitchen knife to fillet this bass because I prefer to use this knife. The fillet knives has a lot more bend than this does. This, pretty much doesn't have any bend in it. But again, this is a how to fillet your bass. And see, I have my hand up here. And I always grip him from the lip. You want to grip him from the lip to the, so that you're holding it kind of like that. That way, when I cut, my fingers are nowhere near the knife when I'm cutting this meat. So I won't cut my fingertips. So I hold him under that gill, and I slide the knife right under that fin right there. And I'm going to cut at an angle towards his mouth. I'm cutting at an angle under that fin. I sliced at an angle going upward. Okay? And I just cut all of that right there. You should have a little slanted cut going upward. Nowhere near your fingers, because remember, my fingers are way up here, back here, holding this. None of my fingers are past that thumb right there, and you see how low that cut is. I'm way away from my fingers. So please be careful, guys. If you're not used to doing this, don't try it. And once you get that cut, see, these bass have that spine right there. And you don't have to guess where it is because these fins are right there on it. The bones that run in the middle of the bass are right on these fins right here. So I'm going to lay him on his side, the side that I cut, and I'm going to make a cut down the top side of where I know that spine is. I'm going to cut it straight down the top side of this spine. So I'm going to get it started first here. I just got it started by making a little incision right there. But most of the time I lay it down because this knife is pretty sharp. I hold the bass down. Now the knife is cutting underneath my hand. And I just make a split down his back. Let's see. I make a split right down his back on top of his fin, on top of his spine. And you run that line all the way down the back. And when I get down to the bottom of these two fins right here, I punch the knife all the way across. And you will feel that spine. Press down on the spine so you can get all your meat and punch it all the way through. So you should be looking at it like this. I can let it go, no hands. I punched it all the way through. I'm on the top side of that spine now, trying to get the most meat I can. Then I cut it all the way down. I don't cut it off. Most people cut it off. I don't. I leave it attached to right there at the bottom of the tail. Then I go to the side and I run my knife up that spine one time, busting the meat off of the bones. Taking the meat off of the bones. Now, it's easier with a fillet knife because a fillet knife has curves, but for some reason, I like this knife, guys. So I'm not going to tell anybody what they should use or whatever, but this knife works just fine for me. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I moved my cutting board and it kind of... So, what I'm doing now is I'm doing it slow. so I don't get any of those bones. I'm making a slow cut across this spine. And he has a rib cage in there. I'm curving. Now that fillet knife will get over this rib cage real easy without having to go back so many times. I'll show you the rib cage in a second. But I'm trying to get I want all of my meat. I don't want to lose any of it. Get a good nice fillet. And see, there's the rib cage. The part where right there, there's that fish's rib cage right there. That's the rib cage. So you want to take your knife and ease it over that rib cage and try to get all of your meat. So, okay. Now, all right, now I have the fillet pretty much off of the rib cage, so I'm just go ahead and go up the side and cut it all the way through it. I'm going to show you why I left it clipped on at the end of the tail. Let me show you. So basically, I have this right here. There's your fillet. Still has the scales on it. Still has the skin and scales. There's your fillet, and I leave it hanging because the weight of this fish will hold it down as I slide the meat off. The weight of this fish is going to hold it down for me. Most people go buy that board from Walmart, but I don't bother with that. But now you want to take your knife and just slide it underneath the skin, between the meat and the skin. Slide your knife between the meat and the skin. Make sure your knife is a good sharp knife. Now this is where the fillet knife would come in handy, but like I said, I like using this knife. I'm just separating the meat from the skin now. That's all I'm doing. I'm separating the meat from the skin. And the weight of the fish is holding it still for me, so. Let's see. Let me see if I can get y'all two nice. I moved my cutting board again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see here. So, almost got him off. That top part is off. Okay, there's that side. Now let's get this side. And guys, what you have here, after you slide it under, you have your nice fillet. And when I first learned how to do it, it just looked like a piece of tilapia to me. But I know that it's a bass because I caught it. But there's a nice clean cut fillet right there. No bones, guys. No bones whatsoever. There are no bones whatsoever in this fillet. And how you can check that is, this is where the bone usually be. You can rub down this side right here. You know, if you got kids and they can't eat the fish with the bone in it, just take you a couple of pieces and do it like this. Some people love the bones in it. They eat around the bones. But let me show you guys what I have here. See that skin? I took all that meat out of that skin. That beef scales popping everywhere. You can just take this right here, fry this, make you a fish sandwich, fry it, give it to the kids, whatever you want to do. And then what I just did with this bass, on this side, I'm going to just turn it over and do the exact same thing on this side. Now, this is a much quicker process, but I'm trying to explain it, so that's what's taking me so long. It's a much quicker process, you know, when I'm just doing, you know, a bunch of fish for myself. And you can fillet any fish like that. You can fillet pretty much any fish. So I grab him in the mouth again and under the gill. In the mouth, under the gill. Take my blade and go under this fin right here. And I'm going to cut towards the head in a slanted. I cut in a slant going upward like that. I cut in an upward motion at a slant going towards my hand, but nowhere near it. Again, guys, be careful if you're gonna try filleting bass. So I'm gonna make my incision. I'm still on top of the spine of the meat. I got my hand here, but I'm cutting underneath my hand. If you can tell right here, my thumb is up here and the blade is underneath. I'm under the meat. So there's no way I can cut my hand right there. So I cut it down. I cut him open down the spine. I made an opening. And remember, when you get to the bottom of the fin, punch your knife. Press down on that bone and punch your knife all the way through. And then slide it down to the tail, but do not cut it off. Again, see how I can pick it up with the knife? Don't cut that off. So the weight of the fish, again, can hold it when you're trying to get the fillet off. Okay? So now, I'm getting ready to take the meat off of the rib cage. Now, most people would tell you, just get you a fillet knife. I've showed y'all in the beginning of the video. I have one. I just don't like to use it. Right now, you can hear that rib cage. I'm just going around it as close as I can to get all of the meat. With no bones. See, I'm just separating it. There's the rib cage right there. That's the ribs. And this is the spine right here. So it just fell off the ribs. Okay. Okay. And once I separate that, see how easy it's coming up? And then, let me just do that. There we go. So I can make it perfect fillet. Not perfect, but. Okay, again, it's still attached. Now I'm going to turn it around again, like I did the other piece. I'm going to lay it down, and the weight of this fish's body is going to hold this down there so I can slide the meat out. Again, this is not perfect 100%. This is just how I do mine. And I'm going under it, taking my knife between the skin and the meat. Now, if your knife is sharp, it should take the meat straight out of there and leave all the scales and skin behind. Let's see here. Okay. Sometimes, you know, if you don't sharpen your knife, it'll act tough on you. Let's see here. There we go. Get under there. Okay. It's coming right out. See, it's coming right out. Now, if I switch over and get that fillet knife, it'll slide right on across there. But like I said, this is my preference. I like using my kitchen knife. And it does the same thing. You know, a lot of people want everything popcorn, microwave effect. But I just got the same job you would do with a fillet knife. And electric, yes, it's much slower, but I don't want to go fast with anything anyway. I'm going to cut my finger off or something like that. But you have right here, I have 2 perfect bass fillets with no bone, absolutely no bones in them. So guys, I hope you learned how to fillet a bass. I hope it helps. And for like I said, if you got kids that want to eat fish and you're afraid to feed it to them because it has bones in it, there's your way. You can do big brim like this. You can do crappie. I mean, you can fillet pretty much any fish. Catfish, but of course you got to take the skin off of the catfish, then fillet him. Or, you know, you can fillet him just like I just did right here. You just got to know where his rib cage and his bones and all that are. But hope this video helped you guys. This is Queen of Bass. I'm signing off. And I want you to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's QBTV. You can find me on Facebook as Kathy McClendon. That's on Facebook as Kathy McClendon. You guys have a great day. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. And keep me posted on any other things you guys would like for me to do in a video. Have a great day.